Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to review the main points that were mentioned in the previous videos. The immune system as the body defense system that helps protect us from harmful germs like the bacteria, viruses, and other invaders. It works by recognizing and fighting the harmful things to keep us healthy. Includes cells, organs, and substances produced by these cells and organs. The cells here are the cells of the immune system. It includes specialized cells, the white blood cells, substances secreted by these cells, and special organs that all work together to defend the body. This diagram shows the different parts of the immune system, and here it's a picture that represents some substances that are secreted by the white blood cells, by a specific white blood cells. In order to be able to fight the invaders, the immune system must first distinguish between the self and the non-self. So the immune system recognizes molecules as being self and accepts them. And also it recognizes molecules that doesn't belong to us as being non-self, so it rejects them. The body has the ability to recognize the self molecules through a self markers or the HLA molecule or the HLA system. It is a set of molecules specific to each individual. These molecules are expressed on the membrane of the nucleated cells. It's known as human leukocyte antigen. They represent the true immunological identity card of the individual. They are specific to each individual, and the MHC is used to define the tissue compatibility between the donor and the recipient in case of grafting. These HLA molecules are specific to each individual, and they are identical for all the cells of the same individual, and they are different from one individual to another within the same species. Grafting is a surgical operation consisting in replacing a diseased or malfunctional organ by a healthy organ. We have four different types. We have the autograft, a graft taken from one part of individual's body and transplanted to another part of the same body. We have the second type, the syngeneic. It's a graft between two identical twins or two identical individuals. The isograft, it occurs between two individuals that are not identical. And the last one, it's the xenograft. It's a graft transplanted between different species. The blood groups are determined by ABO system. The possible human blood groups are shown in the following document. Here are the possible blood groups: A, B, AB, and O. So we have four blood groups. ABO system of blood groups is characterized by the presence or absence of antigen A and or antigen B. These antigens are called agglutinogens or antigens. Agglutinogens or antigens on the membrane of the red blood cells. Red blood cells are also known as erythrocytes. and by that of specific antibodies directed against these antigens. These antibodies are called agglutinins, agglutinins, anti-A or anti-B in plasma. So the ABO system is characterized by the presence or the absence of antigen A or B and by that of specific antibodies. So blood group A has antigens A that are found on the surface of the red blood cells, and in the plasma we find antibodies anti-B. Blood group B has antigen B on the surface of the red blood cells, and they have anti-A in the plasma. Blood group AB has both antigens, antigen A and antigen B on the surface of the red blood cells, and they have no antibodies in the plasma. And the last blood group O, no antigens are attached to the surface, and antibodies A and B are found in the plasma. So we have four different blood groups: O, B, AB, and A. O can donate to B, AB, and A. A can donate to AB, and it also can donate to itself. B can donate to itself and can donate to AB. So O can donate to all blood groups, and AB is or can donate from all blood groups. For that, O is known as universal donor and AB is known as universal receiver. The body can recognize the self and the non-self. Non-self is set of molecules and microorganisms that doesn't belong to our body, so they have the ability to trigger the immune reaction. They are called antigens. Some microorganisms are not pathogenic. They don't cause disease. They are not harmful. They are useful to the organism. Others are pathogenic. They have the ability to cause disease, such as the bacteria, viruses, pollen grains, fungi, and many other examples. Here we have the virus, the bacteria or the parasite, the toxins, the allergens, and the graft. All these are recognized as non-self and they have the ability to trigger the immune reaction. Blood composition. Blood is made up of red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma. These white blood cells or these different types of white blood cells have a specific role in the immunity. Each has a specific way of protection against any kind of pathogen or invader. It summarizes the different types of the white blood cells and it shows the main difference between the three main types. They differ in the shape of the nucleus and in their way of fighting against pathogens. These are Y-shaped proteins. They are produced by the B cells in response to the presence of antigen. So, when the body recognizes antigen, the B lymphocyte produces Y-shaped proteins known as antibodies to protect the body against these antigens. Antibodies can recognize soluble and cellular antigens. So the main role of the antibodies is to recognize the antigens. We have two types of antigen. We have the soluble antigens that are dissolved in a liquid, in the plasma, for example. And also we have cellular antigens that are attached to a surface. Every different antibody recognizes a specific antigen. So every antibody recognizes only a specific antigen because the two types are specific to each antigen. This is the antibody. This is the antibody. These are this one and this one are the types. These are the types of the antibody. The two types are specific to each antigen. These antibody bind antigen in an interlocking manner resembling puzzle elements. Thank you for watching. Please, I want you to review the ideas very well and study them from your immunology booklet. And next time, we're going to solve extra exercises related to these ideas. Take care and see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.